as I was getting dressed today, um, I'm sorry, hold up now, because this car was in the wrong lane. I didn't want to sideswipe him, and then he say I hit him and try to get insurance money up off of me. We ain't doing that. So, as I went, don't blow your horn at me. So, as I was getting dressed today, I thought about something, and my main focus, honestly, is to better my relationship with my children. I'm not sure if that's everybody. It may be some of you, but I've been looking to not only better myself, but to also better my relationship with my kids. And like I had them young, so the stuff that I know now, I'll be 35 in a few weeks. But the stuff that I've been learning for like the past 2 or 3 years now is I needed healing from my past trauma. Being a kid, being raised by my grandparents and not my biological parents. I needed healing from that trauma because my parents wasn't there. It was like an in and out, a pickup, drop off, I'll take you back home kind of thing. So with a child not understanding, let alone overstanding that or understanding that, we have to figure out our own traumas. And once we figure out our own traumas, then we can raise a proper human being. But if we don't figure out our traumas and our triggers, then we're just raising somebody off of emotion. And I realized today that I was raising my kids off of emotion and I wasn't raising them rationally. And, to be a being fit for society. I was raising them based off of my hurt, my pain, and my trauma. So I've created kids with trauma. I've raised them with trauma, and I've raised them. My trauma put on them, along with society and their trauma that they have. It's just trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma leads to disaster, and that's one thing we need to actually understand with kids. Like as parents, we need to understand that it's not all about us. Like, it's not all about us. We have to put our emotions aside, put our traumas aside. Yes, we are hurt, but we need to actually heal in peace, and we need to heal alone. Because if we don't heal, we are raising kids to be set up for disaster, basically. I'm sorry, my glasses are like, ah. For those of y'all who looking, yeah, I had eye surgery like 2 days ago. So my eye is, the swelling is kind of coming down, which is good. I ain't out here looking like I done got beat up, talking to the wrong person, or somebody think I'm Islam. And they're like, it's your nationality. And they took off on me. No, it ain't that. I've had eye surgery. So anyways, with me thinking about stuff like that, I was like, you know what? Let me share this because not everybody knows stuff like this. We live on a day-to-day basis, and we live with frustration, we live with depression, we live with stress, and we don't take the time out to think why we do what we do. We just do it because we've been taught it. So if we've been taught it and we never thought about why we do what we do, it's like, who actually raised us? Are we actually adults? Or have we grown in age and not in mindset? If you haven't grown in mindset and you have only grown in age, then you are basically considered to be a grown boy or a grown girl. Like, you're not a grown man. You could be an adult legally. Yes, that's possible because they consider an 18-year-old to be legal. Okay, they not legal, but an adult. Right now, I think it's like 21 to buy alcohol. But at the same time, you have to think about where you were at that age. If your parents didn't know, then they raised you and you don't know. So if you don't know and you never knew and you still don't know now, then what kind of child are you raising? Are you raising them, oh, hey, it's your birthday, yeah, another year older, yeah, that's it. But are you helping them change their mentality and their mindset on certain things? Are you doing the same thing to, to get to a higher level, a higher level to educate yourself, a higher level to be better than who you were yesterday, to be better than who you were a year ago? Yes, we all are happy that, that we made it a whole nother year, but is that year really worth it if you're sitting around doing the same thing? Like, you have to elevate. Not only elevate in money. Everybody think everything is monetarily. No, it's not monetary. So it's like, you have to educate yourself. And if you don't educate yourself, because education doesn't just stop at the 12th grade. Education doesn't just stop in college, to get that degree, to get a better job. But guess what? You're getting a degree from a teacher who is teaching you something about how to make more money, but they making less than what you're making. So you're paying for what kind of education? That's my thought on it. I mean, and maybe something more. Maybe you want the experience. Hey, go for it. Kudos for you. But at the end of the day, I feel like us as people, us as grown, legally adults by age, not by mindset or mentality, I feel like we still need to continue to educate ourselves on a daily basis. And what better, not only for ourselves, but for our children as well, because we are raising them. So if we're raising them to be destructive because they see us being destructive, they know by what we do. So if we're not doing good, guess what? They won't do good neither. So if they're not doing good, then hey, that's a reflection on us. And I'm trying my hardest to raise young men, to raise young kings, and I encourage them on a daily basis. And I suggest that you all encourage your kids to let them know it's not all about money. You can have all the money in the world and still be stressed, still be poor in the heart and in the mind. If you're not self aware, emotionally intelligent, emotionally healthy, and you don't know none of this stuff, then I suggest that, you grab a book and begin your healing process. I never thought that I could talk this long because I feel like I'm an introvert, so I never thought that I could talk this long, especially like in a car. But I just felt like I needed to share my thoughts. So hopefully this helps somebody. If not, thank you for watching, and create an amazing day.